Today I'm going to talk about how to make a long 2-color double layer bunny ear. So this is a finished bunny ear. It has an outer ear color yarn on the back and around the edges of the front, and then an inner ear color yarn down the center of the front. And so it was 2 pieces that were crocheted together. All of the yarn tails are at the end. You'll have to weave those in at the end, and I'll show you how to pin that to attach. So first, I've made the inner ear color. And the inner ear color should be the color of your choice. It's going to be visible from the front in the center of that ear. I chained 31. I started in the second chain from hook, and then I made 1 single crochet stitch, 20 half double crochet stitches, and 9 single crochet stitches. I'm going to show you how to do that because I'm starting the outer ear color yarn, which you also need to make 1 of these per ear and 1 outer ear color yarn piece per ear. You make the outer ear color yarn piece second. So now I'm going to chain 31, starting with a long enough yarn tail to weave in later. That's 31. Then starting in the second chain from hook, I'm going to work 1 single crochet stitch. Then I'm going to half double crochet 20 stitches. I do have a separate video on how to work into a chain stitch in Crafty Intentions patterns. It's important that you work it exactly as I am working it, which leaves the other side of the chain workable and does not use the back bump. And now I'm going to work 9 single crochet stitches to finish using all of these chain stitches. So that is a repeat of what we had already created for the inner ear piece. This is a good demonstration of the fact that 2 different yarns that are definitely both worsted weight yarn are not created the same. So this is Lion Brand Heartland yarn, and this is Big Twist Value. Both are definitely worsted medium 4-weight yarn, but they do work up differently. I use the same hook, I'm the same person on the same day, and this inner piece is a little bit longer and bigger than this piece. Now this will be able to stretch to accommodate this. This can squish and compress a little bit to accommodate working with this. It shouldn't be a problem for this particular part, but in patterns where it says it's important to work with the same weight yarn for everything, or the pieces will not work together, because you can't have something a little too small and then something a little too big and have that come together seamlessly, like in the geode crochet pattern that I have available on Etsy, Ravelry, and my website. It is important for you to use the same exact weight yarn for those pieces because they fit into each other, and the stretching across many rows is too much to accommodate. This should still work, even though this is slightly different. I just wanted to acknowledge that. So now I'm going to chain 1 turn. In the second row, I'm going to work all the way back along the stitches I worked in row 1, and then back down the chain side, the unworked chain side of the OC, or the original chain. And I'm going to do that through both pieces at the same time. So I've chained 1 and I'm turning. I'm going to work along the back of that row that I just worked. And before I do that, I'm going to place the inner ear piece on top of the outer ear piece, and I'm going to work through both pieces at the same time through every stitch around. So I'm going to insert the hook first through the inner ear piece and then through the first available stitch on the outer ear piece, and I'm going to crochet 12 single crochet stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now we've used 12 stitches. We still have about 18 stitches left to work into on both pieces, and I'm going to half double crochet 17 so that we have 1 stitch left at the end. This helps create a slightly wider part to the ear, which makes it have this nice tapered shape to it. And this will be 17. And then we'll have 1 stitch remaining to crochet into on both pieces before we start back down the other side of the work. And we're going to work an increase into that last available stitch. That's 1 and 2. Now we're going to work back down the other side into both pieces at the same time. On the way up, I was working into the stitches from the previous row on the outer ear piece and the chain side of the unworked chain side of the OC, the original chain, on the inner ear piece. And now I will be working into the stitches worked into the chain in the inner ear piece and the OC unworked chain side stitches from the outer ear piece all the way back down. So we're going to do an increase first into the first available stitch on both pieces. I'm going to insert that hook into the first available stitch on the inner ear first and then the outer ear and make an increase. Then we're going to work 17 half double crochet stitches. Sometimes to find those OC stitches, the unworked chain side of the original chain, you sort of have to feel around just a little bit. You can aim for the bottom of where you can see that stitch, where that stitch was worked into. That can help, but it is there. There are individual stitches to work into. It can take a little bit of practice to feel where those stitches are, and it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are how we learn. And that's 17 stitches. And now we're going to continue and we're going to single crochet 12 into the remaining 12 available stitches on both pieces. And I'm going to trim the yarn tail to be about 12 inches. Fasten it off, yarning over and pulling that through, making that tight. Now we have 2 long, 2 color bunny ears. And I'm going to use my pins to pin these to attach. You can make them stand up straight on the head and pin those to attach like that. And then they can sort of flop over like that. Or you could pin them to be flatter on the head and look like that. Or you could pin them more towards the back of the head so that they drape around like that. There's so many options, so many ways that you could present these ears and give them a little bit more personality and shape. And you can experiment with that with pinning. That's why pinning is an important part of the process of creating any crochet work, amigurumi. Pinning gives you the ability to see it assembled without fully committing. It's not a step to be skipped. It's extra important when you're trying to decide what the finished shape and finished look will be without fully committing to sewing it in. It's helped me many times to avoid mistakes that otherwise definitely would have happened. So that's how I would probably sew these ears to attach. They seem to fit this Impkin really well that way. And so I pin them flat. I would use the body color and outer ear color yarn tails to sew around the edge of the ear to attach that to the head with small whip stitches. I might even sew in the front area of the ear, right where on either side it is the outer ear color, the body color, and then I would weave in those ends. And then I would use the inner ear color to sew a couple of stitches, whip stitch that to the head, and then weave in those ends. And I would repeat that process on the second ear. And that's how you make 2-color, double layer long bunny ears for your Impkin. Are there any other crochet Impkin accessories that you would be excited to see? Let me know in the comments. I hope this helps.